My name is Thomas. I am 67 years old, and the hardest thing in my life was not losing money, not losing my job, and not even losing my wife. The hardest moment was when I watched my only son walk out of my house and never turn back again. I was not a perfect man, but I was a present father. I worked 35 years in a small auto workshop. Grease on my hands, oil stains on my clothes, 12 hours of work every day, and constant back pain. But every evening, no matter how tired I was, I sat with my son Daniel. When he was little, he loved sitting with me in the garage. He would hand me tools and say, Dad, one day I will be as strong as you. I would smile and say, You will be even stronger than me. His mother passed away when he was only 14 years old. After that day, it was just me and him, two men in a quiet house, trying to understand life. I did not know how to be both a mother and a father at the same time, but I tried. Sometimes I burned dinner, sometimes I forgot school forms. I did not always say the right things, but I was always there for my son at every football game, at every school meeting, every night when he was broken inside. When he failed his driving test for the first time, he hit the steering wheel in anger. I said, Son, one failure does not make you a failure. When we got accepted into college, I sat in my car on the way home and cried. Not because I was sad, but because I thought maybe I did something right. I thought he would stay close, maybe build a home nearby, maybe visit every Sunday. That was my hope. But hope becomes dangerous when it turns into expectation. After college, he moved to another city. Better opportunities. He said, I'll try to understand. At first, he called every week, then once a month, then only sometimes on holidays. I started counting the days between his calls. That's when I realized something had changed. One evening, he came home. He looked different, busier, faster, more distant. We sat at the dinner table like we used to, but it did not feel the same. During dinner, he said softly, Dad, I may not be able to come here much anymore. I laughed lightly. Why? This is your home. He looked at me, not angry, not hateful, just distant. My life is there now. I can't stay tied to this place forever. Tied? That word hurt. I said cutely, Son, I never tied you down. He replied, I need to live my life for myself. There was no harshness in his voice, only certainty. That night, after he left, I stood in his empty room, the same room where he built Lego castles, where we laughed and argued like father and son, where I used to pray silently after his mother passed away. And for the first time, the house felt very big. You only hear the sound of silence when the person you wait for stops coming back. Days turned into months. I told myself he was busy, but the truth was, I started feeling forgotten. People would ask, How is your son? I would smile and say, He is doing very well because he truly was, just not with me. I started questioning myself. Was I too strict, too simple, too old fashioned? Did my small world embarrass him? One night, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. The doctor said it was not a heart attack, just stress. But lying alone in that hospital bed, I understood a truth. I had placed all my hopes on a life that only existed in my mind. I expected him to stay close, to need me, to visit every week, but I never asked him what he wanted. A few weeks later, he called, "Dad, why did not you tell me you were sick?" I said, "Son, you don't really have time anyway. You are building your life." I did not want to be an obstacle. There was silence on the phone. Then he said, "Dad, I thought you did not need me anymore. But I never went away from you. You are always with me in my heart." That sentence changed everything. I thought he moved away because he did not care. Maybe he moved away because he thought I was strong. That night, we talked openly after many years. I did not ask him to come back. I only said, "Son, I am proud of you, no matter where you are." Today, he still lives in another city. He visits a few times a year. We don't talk every day, but when we do, we speak from the heart. There is respect. There is understanding. I stopped waiting by the window. I started living my life again. Fishing on weekends, fixing neighbor cars, drinking coffee in the yard in the morning. Not because I stopped loving my son, but because I stopped seeing myself as only someone's father. If you are a father and your son has grown distant, do not measure your worth by how often he visits. We raise our sons to be strong, to be independent. But when they truly become independent, it hurts the heart. Your job was never to keep him close forever. Your job was to make him strong and successful enough to walk alone. And if he is walking alone, maybe you succeed. Being left alone is not always failure. Sometimes it is a sign that you fulfilled your duty.